I don't shy away from argument. I don't shy away from people being upset with me. I kind of go closer to that, and I am ready to engage with you if you're upset with me. It's the people that get upset with me that don't want to engage with me, but then try to drop bombs, but then don't want the rebuttal, don't want to have the conversation. So those are the people I have the biggest issue with, is the people that want to drop bombs, but then when I come back at them, then they scream, some sort of some sort of thing that's not relevant, that has no bearing to they want to come at me personally type thing. They want to drop bombs on a subject, but then come at me personally when I come back with an argument against their point. So it gets wild out here. So let's go through. Okay, so is this up on there so they can see it? Okay. All right. So this is actually a guy threatening me to come beat me up. Just so you guys, if you're listening to this and you're not seeing it, and I'll read off a portion of it. He said, "Dude, I'll drive to Seaburg right now. What's up? Meet me somewhere." He wants me to meet him in the church parking lot so we can fist fight. This is wild, man. This is what you get when you expose yourself to this type of thing. When you're trying to achieve big things, this is kind of what can happen to you. And so you have to be really good at handling criticism. You have to have a good tolerance of people not liking what you're doing. So this is not for the faint at heart, pretty much. All right, go on to the next one. Okay, so this guy here messaged us off of a Facebook ad that we run. We run a lot of Facebook ads for my real estate business, and we pay a lot of money to put our ads on the feed. We run a lot of ads, and a lot of the ad gives you most, if not 90% of the information. Do you agree with that? Would you agree that our ad run is probably at least 90? I mean, they get 10 pictures, and they get this copy. They might not get the location of where the property is, but I mean, they get 90% of if they're interested in this place enough to want to find out where it is. Yeah.
We give them all the information.
I mean, we give you everything, but maybe the actual property address, so we could possibly engage in a conversation with you. So that's the goal. Is we want you in the comment section saying, "Hey, man, where is this place at?" Or click the link and find the information. It's not that big of a deal. It's free. And this guy's "I don't like a post of yours. I was laughing at the stupidly ridiculous asking price. Do you always spam everyone that likes your posts? If so, you're a greedy, common piece of," and then you can get the rest of it there. So in my opinion, you're complaining about free content coming down your feed that you might actually be interested in. And instead of going into our funnel, you go into Zillow's funnel every day, probably. If you're looking for a house, you're on Zillow, you might request information and get 4 different agents trying to call you. On my stuff, it's free on Facebook. You're already on Facebook way more than you are on Zillow, most likely. You're clicking my link. It's me communicating with you. You're developing a relationship with me. You're not getting bombarded with Zillow spam and then spam from 4 different agents. You're just getting my content. I'm trying to be valuable to you, and because I put an ad there that limited every detail for you, you come and make comments to me about being greedy when I'm spending money to try to get you the information. I think that's a bit of a stretch, in my opinion. I am here to try to help, but I'm also here to eat. I need to make money. I need to work. I need to get out here and provide value for my community. The only way I do that is earn money. So There's a fine line between, perception of being greedy and needing to earn money. So again, we're going to normalize people being ambitious and talking about the money that they want to make. That's another goal of mine. So on to the next one. Okay, this was on TikTok. This was what video was this?
It was the one with what's that guy curator?
Oh, okay. This was Jimmy Mackin. This was me and Jimmy. Jimmy sent me a question for the One Question Show, and Jimmy was asking about the when is the market going to crash, and I gave him the general. I don't know that the market's going to crash, but the market certainly fluctuates. And it goes up and down, and it's way up right now, so it's probably in line for a down. And if you're not positioned well and you don't have long-term goals with your real estate, you could be impacted. You are going to be at risk buying in at a peak, and if you got short-term needs of selling in 2 or 3 years, you might be in the valley. So that's exactly what I said in the video, and this guy comes back and says, dude, just say, I don't know. It's not that hard to say. Don't beat around the bush. I'm giving you the exact answer you need to hear when I say after every peak there's a valley, and after every valley there's a peak. So where are we in the cycle? We're in a peak. I said there's probably a valley coming. How deep will that valley go? Only time will tell. I'm not Nostradamus. So I can only hope that our economy is good enough, our leaders are good enough to weather the storm, if there is a storm coming. But I'm getting prepared myself for a bit of a dip. I'm getting prepared. I'm getting my investor client list together. I know that the eviction moratorium's coming off. I know that there's investors that are fearful that the 1031 tax exchange is going away. There's going to be an influx of inventory at some point because people are going to want to move their money around. And I think there's so much demand that it might just become neutral. It might not dip too hard, but there might be a flat line of value for a while. So it's hard to say, but comments like this, I actually enjoy comments like this because it just gives me an opportunity to keep engaging and keep the content going. Negative comments don't bother me at all. I actually like the negatives just as good as the positives. It feels like to me when you get a reaction of any kind, it's better than no reaction at all, in my opinion. I would rather you say yes or no than not know that there was an option to say yes or no. So I love these comments just as good as the, hey, I love the content comments.